For this week's podcast, we're taking a little different look at the whole idea of a new year, fresh start, New Year's resolutions, starting from scratch. So you mess some stuff up, you get a fresh start. You get to start over. And we have an unlimited amount of fresh starts. You know, when you mess up, you can get back up, dust off your boots, put on some fresh clothes, get a shower. You can ask people to forgive you if you messed up with your friends. If you let people down, you can say, hey, I'm really sorry that I kind of messed up. You know, that wasn't my intent. And if you've gained weight during the year, you can say, you know what? I intended to lose 30 pounds this last year. Instead, I've gained 20 more. And so now I've got 50 to lose. So a new year is often a time where we are resolved to fix some of the things that we wish we would have fixed or things that got out of hand during the year. We make these changes, we go on these diets, we exercise more, all of these things because we want to take advantage of a new year, a new beginning, new year, new me. You've probably heard people talk about that. And some of us set the same New Year's resolutions each year. We give ourselves a fresh start. And yet we fail yet again sometimes at some of the things that we wish to accomplish during the year. And I want to kind of turn this topic just a little bit to where this whole idea of grace or new beginnings comes from. And it's that we have unmerited grace from God. God gives us an unlimited amount of fresh starts. I know I certainly have taken advantage of numerous fresh starts from messing up myself, and I suspect that you have as well. You know, we never get to the place where we don't mess up. Now, ideally, we would not mess up in the same way over and over and over and over again. Hopefully, we would use the grace that is offered to us to not be stupid, but sometimes I'm still stupid, and I mess up sometimes in ways that I know better and in ways that I wish I did not mess up. And I am very grateful and thankful to the unlimited grace that is supplied to me and has been supplied to me and going forward in the future will be supplied to me because I've lived long enough and messed up long enough to know that I'm probably going to mess up some more in my future. Do I want to? No, I don't want to. I don't want to be a fool. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to let people down. I don't want to let my own faith down. Now, I do know that, you know, as we ebb and flow in life, we have problems even with our faith. I have difficulty with my faith when other people let me down. And I know I shouldn't. My faith should not be dependent on those folks over there letting me down. It shouldn't. But I experience challenges to my faith when I know there are people need help and I can't help them and our society can't help them or won't help them. And I don't know the solutions. You know, I'm a fixer by nature. If something's wrong, then I'm pulling up my bootstraps and I'm going to get in there and I'm going to fix this because I'm a smart man and I can fix everything. I know where I get that from, but I can't fix everything. And so when things that need to be fixed and they're not getting fixed and I can't fix them and other people are unwilling to fix them, I have problems. And then, yes, it does sometimes get in the way of my faith. You know, when I was a kid, I would hear people used to have testimony time at church where people would stand up and people would cry and talk about all their bad times and how they drew so close to God during these bad times. And as a kid, I never understood that. And as an adult, I still don't understand that, because I'm not a person that when things get tough, my faith gets stronger. That's just not the way I am wired. When things get tough, I withdraw. If I'm in friendships and things get tough, I withdraw. You won't see me around. If things get tough at church, you won't see me around. I'm not getting involved in conflict and things like that. I withdraw. I don't run from trouble, but I do not engage in trouble. And in matters of faith, it's not like when things are tough or there are problems with friendships or churches or things like that, or in politics that I just don't understand. That's not a time when I get on my knees and pray more. That's a time where I withdraw and I sulk, and I'm just very, very, very grouchy. And when I share that with some people, they just say, well, you just needed that. I says, no, you just need to shut your mouth and just back up, because you're talking about you and your experience. That is not me and my experience. And this is the way I am. If I'm sharing with you how I am, then that's the time for you to wrap your metaphorical arms around me and say, I'm sorry you're having a hard time, period. That's it. Trying to make everybody else just like you is not okay. So now let's turn that inward. I also need to not be about my work trying to turn everybody else to be like me. Now that would make me extremely happy, because I like me and I want everybody to be like me. But that's not realistic, and that really is hypocritical for me to want everyone else to be just like me, but yet I get upset with them when they want me to be just like them. And I do recognize that. For today and for this new year and this new year, new me, I'm thinking a little different this year. I'm thinking, instead of me taking advantage of a new year and a new fresh start for me, experiencing grace for me, how about giving a little bit of that grace back? And so I'm thinking about, I didn't actually make a list, but I thought about making a list of all the people that have disappointed me this year, all the people that have let me down this year, all the people that have attacked me this year. All these people that I really don't like so much right now. And I thought, why don't I make a list of all of those people? And then think about this grace that I take advantage of, this opportunity for a fresh start and a new beginning for me in this new year. What if I take that, but what if I also do that for all of these people? What if I wipe their slate clean? What if I give them a fresh start? What if I give them a new beginning? What if I don't hold their past wrongs to me against me this year? What if I give them a new beginning? That's a very powerful thing, and it is one of my personal convictions right now as we turn to this new year. And I'm challenging you to join me in this new year and in this new beginning, and not make it all about you. I'm trying not to make it all about me. I have a fresh start. I have a new beginning, but I don't want to focus so much on that. I want to think of this a little different this year, where I'm thinking about, just like I have been afforded all of this abundance of grace for my new beginnings and my fresh starts, I need to pay that forward. I have received this grace, so let me show some grace. Thinking about so-and-so that I've been so angry with this year. I need to give him a fresh start. I need to give him a fresh start. Now, I don't need to open myself up to future abuse. No, but I do need to give that person a fresh start, a fresh beginning, and a new opportunity. So if I encounter their presence, I am allowing them to have changed. Whether or not they have changed or not is not all that important. And being able to forgive someone, even when they didn't ask for forgiveness, they show no repentance, they don't want me to forgive them because they took quite a lot of pleasure in showing out and acting out, thinking they're all tough and cool instead of being so foolish and hurtful. But I need to let that go. I need to let that go. I need to let that go. Perhaps there are some things you need to let go from this past year. Perhaps there are some fresh starts that you need to give to these other people that have wronged you, even if you're right and even if they are wrong, even if they are wrong, and even if you are right. You need to give them a fresh start. Because a lot of times I know the people that I'm very upset with, the people that I tend to be the most upset with is people that have wronged me or hurt me, and they see no need to ask for my forgiveness. They are quite proud of themselves in being jerks. And so they haven't asked for my forgiveness. But you know what? I need to forgive them anyway. I need to give them a fresh start. I need to give them a fresh start. I need to give them the opportunity to be a better human being as they encounter me along life's path. So that's where my mind is as we close out one year and move into another year. My mind is thinking about the grace that has been afforded to me and the grace that I continue to enjoy, the fresh starts and new beginnings that I continue to have and will continue to have and have had in the past. And I'm thinking about those that I need to offer grace, fresh start, and new beginning to as well. I need to wipe their slate clean and give them a fresh year with no mistakes in it, or no mistakes in it yet, as we move forward in life, we move forward in ministry, and we move forward in a society that, if the society truly wants to follow the life lessons and teachings of Jesus, then they're showing love to all people. They are fully awake to what's going on in the world. They're not sticking their head in the sand. They're not going to ignore injustices, but we are going to give fresh starts to people and give them an opportunity to make reparations for the harm that they have done, and that they will change their behaviors and no longer to perpetuate those harms or those anti-Christian values that they have, while they claim to be following the tenets of Christianity, which is the life lessons and teachings of the Jesus, the Christ, not a political organization or I was going to name some names, but you know who I'm talking about. You know who these antichrists are that have swindled people that claim to be Christian into embracing prejudice and embracing hatred of groups of people that have embraced mistreating people, something that Jesus did not stand for. In fact, Jesus came to fight against this and shine light on people's misguided behaviors conducted under the guise of religion. Remember, religion is the enemy of Christ-like behavior. Thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to a new year with no mistakes in it yet. And we're moving forward, hopefully together, to make our world a better place. Make our world a better place. And we do that by enjoying the grace offered to us and giving that grace to others. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe this podcast, and I will catch you on the next episode soon.